Confirmation questionnaire for the Homeland Security Committee, you said this: the #1 threat to the nation is that we do not have control of our borders. And you also said the highest priority would be to close that your highest priority would be to close the border to the illegal movement of people and things. Now that you've had some time in the job, do you still think that's the #1 threat to the U.S. security?
It is from my perspective. You know, let me just start up by saying my initial conversation with Mr. Trump was, he said we need to secure the borders. Couldn't agree more. He said, but we have to ensure that the movement of legal people in legal things, whether it's Canada, the maritime borders, or the southwest border, that is not only unimpeded, but is facilitated. So the challenge is, how do we get operational control of the border when you have, you know, literally tens of thousands of people in a very, very, very sophisticated network that has been operating now for a couple of decades at least, that move people, things, anything up through the Central American Isthmus into the United States. So if you can't control what's coming in, and when I was in Southern Command, and again, looking at the United States from a different perspective, I would say anything that can pay the fare, and the fare isn't that high, can get into the United States. And my sense, this is going back 6 years, 5 years, 4 years ago, or 3 or 4 years ago, that I believe if there was a terrorist attack from outside the United States, once the forensics are done, it will be seen that that individual or individuals came into the United States with either a dirty bomb or whatever they brought, came into the United States through this network. Now, people will push back, have pushed back and said, well, the network is a transnational criminal organization network, true. The network, the people that run the network, and it's very sophisticated but fairly decentralized as well. There's a lot of people involved in this. But if they were to be responsible for a serious terrorist attack against the United States, wouldn't that scare them, that the United States would respond to that and shut down the network? And the answer to that would be yes, but they don't check bags, they don't do explosive residue testing, they don't check papers. If you got the money and say, I want to go to the United States, they will ask you what part of the United States you want to go to. I mean, it's that sophisticated, that efficient. And what we're doing now is doing the best we can to stop the illegal movement of things and people into the United States. The movement of illegal aliens across the border in the last 6 months or so, but certainly post-20 January, is down by 70%. 70%. And let me say up front, the people that want to come to our country, I understand why they want to come to our country. We have a better country than they have. And they're overwhelmingly decent people. But the fact is, we have a legal immigration system that allows 1.1 million people in every year that are on the road to citizenship. We are trying to get our arms around, and are getting our arms around, illegal immigration, not legal immigration.
So part of the answer to that is